Hot Country 94.3 KDOM radio back here at the Nest. We've got Windom Mountain Lake Cobra wrestling for you here coming up first. I believe it's going to be Windom and St. Peter on the varsity mat. We'll have two mats going at once. And one mat will be varsity, one mat will be JV. We're going to give it to Dirk Abraham as he's going to have our national anthem. I believe we're going to have a singer for the national anthem. So you'll have it here on Hot Country 94.3.
And your Windom Mountain Lake Cobras. The educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Please be a good sport tonight. The teams are counting on it. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you stand if capable. The privilege of this event was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country by removing your caps, placing your hand over your heart, and standing at attention for the singing of our national anthem by Zaria Harrington.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripe and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And the order of events for tonight: first, the varsity matches will be on the mat with the big logo. The varsity matches will be on the mat with the logo. Junior varsity matches will be on the mat with no logo. So varsity matches there, junior varsity matches there. Our first round, the varsity match, will feature the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake against St. Peter.
All right, so we're trying something new this year. We'll have Dirk Abraham piped in as he'll be calling out who's on what mat here during this triangular. That way everybody over the airwaves can hear who's on what mat, where they're wrestling, just in case I missed it. We'll be basically working together, Dirk Abraham and I, but he can't hear me or see me because I'm behind him, so.
For our first bout on the varsity duel between the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake and St. Peter, for the Cobras at 107 pounds will be Evan Kish, and for St. Peter, Liam Jensen.
So you heard Dirk there, Liam Jensen and Evan Kish on the varsity side. This is Windom Mountain Lake in St. Peter at 108 pounds, clinched up in the middle of the mat. Just getting things underway here. There are some rule changes this year, and I'll get to those rule changes right now as 108-pounders going at it here again in the middle of the mat. Shooting for the double leg. Underneath there is Kish. Nice sprawl there from Liam Jensen. Able to stuff the takedown for now. Again, now takedowns are worth 3 points. Takedowns are worth 3 points. Near falls Can be 2, 3, or 4 points. And only 1 point of contact needs to be in the circle, as 3 points for the takedown for Liam Jensen. He leads 3-0. Here on the varsity mat. Wrestles towards the outside of the circle, looking for a pin here, getting some back points and able to get out of the danger there. But 3 points for a near fall for Liam Jensen. Jensen's got the back of Kish. Trying to get out of the predicament here is Kish. 10 seconds on the clock. Trying to get a pin. Kish able to get out of it again. Gets to his stomach. And with 1 second to go, that's going to be the end of the first period. Here for Kish and Jensen. Jensen with a 6-0 lead at 108 pounds. Jensen weighed in at 108 on the dot. Kish 103. As the second period gets underway. Kish shot for the double leg last time, and nice sprawl by Jensen. Stuffed it. Now Kish tries to go again for it. Gets stuffed. Jensen goes. Kish able to sprawl out. And they reset here in the middle of the circle. Again, that last rule change that I mentioned, only 1 point of contact needs to be inside the circle. Before it was 2 points of contact, but a new rule change this year. And they'll reset in the middle. They connect once again, middle of the mat. Jensen falls face first, as does Kish. Pushing him towards the edge of the circle. And we had a whistle. That was on the JV mats. We're still going here, the varsity side. Kish has kind of got the leg, able to drag him down and keeps 1 point of contact in the circle. That's the new rule. Only need 1 foot in there. Still in, trying to drag him back to. Kish gets behind him. And it's 3 points and outside the circle officially. Green line is a little tough to see. But it's 9-0 for Jensen over Kish. 7th grade and 8th grade battle. Kish trying to make a move here. He's got the left leg of Jensen. Jensen, though, on his back still. Jensen able to get around and got him in a little bit of a cradle, and now setting him up for the pin. Looking for the pin here is Jensen. And Kish able to get out of it. Good job there by Kish. Get to his stomach. And a couple more points here for Jensen. It's got him in a 13-0 lead. So that's the end of the second. We'll head to the third. A little blood possibly for Kish, as he's got. Actually, it's Jensen. May have a little bit of blood on him. He'll head to the trash can. Headed to the third, Evan Kish and Liam Jensen at 107. We'll take a quick break during the blood timeout. Be back here on KDOM. Hot Country 94-3 back here at the Nest as the Windom Eagles, not the Windom Eagles, I'll be doing that all night. The Windom Mountain Lake Cobras taking on St. James here in the first match of the triangular. JV match going on over here on the far mat. Varsity at 107. It's Liam Jensen on top of Evan Kish. 13-0. Jensen still trying to finish Kish here as the third period gets underway. Jensen and Kish. Jensen on his back. Trying to drive that forehead into the mat is Jensen. Also trying to cradle underneath that left leg and over that right shoulder. Trying to connect those hands, and we'll roll Kish to his back if he can get that position. Did it once. Kish was able to get out of it. Jensen looking for it again. Jensen still on his back now. Kish rolling onto his back, and now he's pinned. He's stuck trying to get out of it, and he's going to be pinned, and that's going to be a win for Jensen by pinfall for St. Peter. Kish doing his best to get out of the tough predicament. At 107, Liam Jensen of St. Peter.
Matt winning by pinfall, Kendra Johnson of St. Peter.
So we'll hear from Dirk, who's next up for the varsity matchup. As we move on here.
Now up on the varsity mat for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Jacob Lopez at 114 pounds. For St. Peter, Elijah Mercado.
So it's Lopez and Mercado. On the mat here. As we got a quick stoppage here at 114. Lopez and Mercado here at 114 for the Cobras and the Saints. Mercado able to sprawl as they'll get to the back, but standing up there was Lopez. So now they're back head to head. Sizing each other up in the middle of the mat. Lopez and Mercado at 114. Mercado fakes, now dives, and gets the 3 points for the takedown. And now has the back of Lopez. Trying to pull him closer, reach around that left arm, trying to get that wrist control on the left side. Mercado driving him to the mat, trying to pin that left arm behind the back of Lopez. 38 seconds here in the first. 3-0 to Mercado of St. James. Trying to roll him to his back with the pin. He's got that left arm behind his back, and now a stoppage for possible injury. And 3 back points awarded. And we got some blood for Lopez, so he will head to the bench. We'll have a blood timeout here on Hot Country 94-3. Mercado leads 6-0 here at 114 over Lopez of Windom Mountain Lake when we come back on KDOM. Hot Country 94-3 back here out of the blood timeout with 15 seconds to go in the first. Mercado's on top of Lopez 6-0. As Mercado still in dominant control here for the final seconds of the first. And that's the end of the first. So 6-0 Mercado. He will start in the down position. With Lopez on top, Mercado trying to escape. Lopez has got that right leg. Now both legs and a little flip over and a spin around and he's got that right leg still, does Lopez. Mercado trying to get it free and will get 2 points for the reversal. So it makes it 8-0. And still kind of caught here. Mercado trying to use that left foot to get rid of the right arm of Lopez. As we've got a stalemate called here. So they will reset. Lopez will have to go down. Mercado on top. 8-0, 6-0 as a team. Wrestling here at 114. Getting that right wrist control is Lopez. Mercado, though, still on top. Lopez trying to get out of it, possibly get in a reversal and get some points on the board. But Mercado's got that. Looks like he's got his hands clenched. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was close underneath of Lopez. Mercado trying to get to the right side and using his head against the side of Lopez. Lopez trying to stand up. Mercado sends him back to the mat. Lopez trying to get away, but Mercado still got that left arm pinned. Now we'll roll him over, and he's got him on his back. Still having that left hand pinned, getting some back points here for a near fall, but Lopez able to roll onto his stomach. So 2 points for back points. It'll be 8-0. Mercado spinning around. Lopez staying on his stomach, but he's got that right arm compromised as Mercado trying to pin him over, but that's going to be the end of the second here in the varsity matchup at 114. So at 114 pounds, it's 12-0 for St. Peter. 114-pounder Elijah Mercado over Jacob Lopez, Windom Mountain Lake. And a win for Mercado. Didn't see what happened. It might have been a pinfall. So a 11-0 lead for St. Peter. And next up will be Matthew Vale.
On the varsity mat at 114 pounds, it was Elijah Mercado of St. Peter winning by technical fall over Jacob Lopez of the Cobras. Now on the mat at 121 pounds, we have for the Cobras Matthew Vale, and for St. Peter, Logan Ely.
So Matthew Vale and Logan Ely here at 121. Vale shooting for that leg, looking for a takedown. Got to get that left leg free. Logan Ely able to get up.
Now up on junior varsity action.
Vale,
we have
Ely
Hugo Lopez of the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake and Elijah Yost
Vale
of St. Peter on junior varsity mat.
So we got 2 points for a reversal there as well for Vale. So we're having a little bit Looks like 6-1. Matthew Vale with the lead. Vale's got that left arm of Ely as he's on his back. Ely's clinching those hands together in front of him. Now we'll spread out. Vale with 40 seconds will let him get up. Vale with the drop, and now has him on his back and got some back points here. Does Vale, trying to put some pressure on that left shoulder of Ely. And Ely's going to get to his stomach. But Vale pulling him closer to him, trying to keep him inside that circle. 8-5. Vale looking for another pin. Pushing Ely. Ely able to stay on his side for now, and that's going to be the end of the second, or end of the first. Vale and Ely. Start of the second, 12-5 for Windom Mountain Lake's Matthew Vale here at 121 pounds. Vale and Ely clinch. Vale looking for that left wrist control. Ely shoots. Vale sprawls. Underneath, now throws him to the ground, and that will have an opportunity for a pin. Well, Matthew Vale goes into a full mount, trying to spread out Ely. Going to be very close. Ely trying to keep those shoulder blades off the mat. Still looking here. Matthew Vale takes another approach. Ely still trying to keep those shoulder blades off the mat. Vale looking for the pin. It is so close. Vale not giving up. He's got side control now. Almost like going for a triangle choke. Obviously, you can't choke him out in high school wrestling, but that's the type of spot that Vale's in right now. Very close to a pin. If anything, he's got full back points, and now gets the pin, does Matthew Vale.
On the varsity mat, winning
Lake
by pinfall at 121 pounds, Matthew Vale, the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, over
So
Logan
Matthew
Ely
Vale
of St. Peter.
Gets the pin for Windom Mountain Lake. So Jacob Lopez won by technical fall. Or excuse me, Mercado won by technical fall.
Up next in varsity action, 127 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Hyatt Hansen. For St. Peter, Tucker Nimps. That's on the varsity match at 127 pounds.
Hansen and Nimps, 127 pounds. As right now in control is Hansen. He's got the back of Nimps. Hansen trying to control that left arm. Nimps trying to get away, but Hansen doing a good job of getting some control, and now Nimps got away, but Hansen gets 3 points for a near fall, and now we'll shoot for it again. Nimps in a tough spot. Hansen pushing hard for that pinfall. Hansen looks to his bench for some help. Just trying to wear on Nimps here. He's in a tough spot trying to arch his back, keep those shoulder blades off the mat. They're spinning in circles right now. And Hansen trying to ride it out. Hope Nimps will succumb to the awkward position. Nimps just, it's unbelievable how their arms can work like that, and he gets away. But it will be 4 back points for a near fall for Hansen. He leads 7-0. Nimps in control. On On his back, Hansen trying to get up. Looking for a point if he gets away, but he's taken back down to the mat. Hansen with full control of the back now. Taking that arm, and then that will be the end of the period. So a dominant first for Hansen. 7-0 for the Cobras. Down 11-6 as a team. Hansen will go down. On his back will be Nimps. Hansen trying to get up. Nimps sends him right back to the mat. Fighting for wrist control here on the bottom is Hansen. Able to separate the hand, stands up. Now trying to split and get away, and he does. So now face to face here. Middle of the mat. Hansen and Nimps. Hansen takes him down to the mat, trying to get to the back. He's got the right leg and his right arm around the head, now trying to get that cradle. A little bit unconventional, though. Trying to push forward into the cradle rather than pull. Hansen pushing forward, getting back points here. Nimps in big trouble. Trying to push away, but Hansen has got full control. Not sure if that right shoulder blade can get down, though, the way Hansen is. Pushing forward, Nimps is very close. Keeping those shoulder blades up. But a pin for Hansen. And the Cobras, with back-to-back pinfalls, have taken the lead on the team side of things. So another win for Windom at 127. For Wyatt Hansen. So we'll move to 133. We'll have Dirk Abraham announce who we've got wrestling.
Now up on the varsity mat, 133 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake. We have Dagan Hansen. For St. Peter, Isaiah Hesse. In junior varsity action, it was Hugo Lopez of the Cobras winning an 18-12 decision.
So we've got Hansen, Dagan Hansen and Isaiah Hesse for St. Peter. St. Peter's Hesse on the back of Hansen at the moment. Trying to drive his head in. He's got a little bit of a cradle as he rolls back. Dagan Hansen trying to get out of it. He does. And Hansen could get a reversal here. 3 points going to be given to Hesse for the back points. And 1 point for the escape for Dagan Hansen. So a 6-1 lead for Hesse after the takedown and the back points. Dagan shooting for the leg, but a takedown going to be awarded to Hesse. So he leads 9-1 as they both kind of went for a shot there. Hesse on the back of Hansen. Hesse trying to drive Hansen to his right side, trying to push forward. He's got that back left leg compromised of Hansen, but Hansen's got the left wrist of Hesse. A bit of a pretzel here. Hesse able to get out of it, but still having that left arm compromised. This Hesse, Dagan holding on to it for that wrist control. Now Hesse wrapping around that right side, grabbing that left wrist of Dagan. Five seconds to go here in the first. At 133, 9-1 for Hesse, and that will be the end of the first period. Dagan Hansen and Isaiah Hesse at 133 on the varsity side for this matchup. Again, we're on Hot Country 94.3, online at WindhamRadio.com, and the Hot Country 94.3 app, as well as the Match Media Crew YouTube page. A triangular between Windom Mountain Lake, St. Peter, and Jackson County Central as the Huskies are next to us here watching this match unfold. Next it will be JCC and St. Peter, which we'll bring you the coverage of that one. Why not? And then they'll put the mats together, and we'll have the final matchup of Windom and JCC on a singular mat. As Hesse looking for a pin on Dagan, but Dagan able to get out of it. There was no back points awarded. No near fall as Dagan was just kind of rolling to his back for a moment. But Hesse still in control, has that left leg. A tough spot between his two. And fighting for wrist control here is Dagan on the bottom. Trying to escape. Dagan trying to crawl away, able to get to his feet and escapes for 1 point. 9-2. Dagan with 53 seconds to go in the second. Still plenty of time to work his way back into this one. And both falling to the mat. And 3 points going to be given. So I think 3 to Hesse and a reversal for Hagen. It'll be 12-4. Three for the takedown, 2 for the reversal. Now a reversal for Hesse. So 15-4. On top right now is Isaiah Hesse over Dagan Hansen at 133. Hesse trying to roll Dagan over. Maybe a little bit too far. Dagan is able to get to his stomach, but that will be the end of the second here at 133. 14-4. Dagan Hansen trails Isaiah Hesse of St. Peter. Hesse's going to start down. Dagan Hansen will start on top. Hesse tries to get away. Looks to stand up. He does. Now trying to break the wrist so he can spin around. Looking for a reversal there and got it. Now we'll be on top and getting back points here. It's Hesse. Hansen trying to avoid the pinfall. Getting very close. Dagan switching to the other shoulder. But Hesse in a dominant position here with 1:30 to go in the third. Up 14-4, looking for a pinfall here is St. Peter. Trying to regain the lead as they trail in the team points 12-11. Back and forth here is Hagen just trying to, or Dagan Hansen trying to get out of it. He does, gets to his stomach, and now looking for a reversal, but not going to get there. And be 4 back points. And a technical fall here, looks like 14-4. Hesse gets the victory over Dagan Hansen. So St. Peter jumps back out on top. And we'll wait for Dirk Abraham, who will announce who we got wrestling next. At 139, it looks like.
At 133 pounds, winning by technical fall was Isaiah Hesse of St. Peter. Isaiah Hesse wins by tech fall at 133. Now wrestling on the varsity match at 139 pounds, we have Elliot Zayavong of the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Charlie Bourne of St. Peter. This is at 139.
Thank you, Dirk. 139. It is Zayavong and Bourne. And right now, Zayavong in some big trouble as Bourne looking for a pin. He's got that right arm behind the back of Zayavong. He's trying to arch his back, push him outside the circle, but Bourne has got both feet in. Only needs one inside the circle with the new rule change. So it'll be 3 points for the takedown and 3 for the back points. 7-0. St. Peter here in this matchup. Charlie Bourne and Elliot Zayavong at 139. Bourne rolls over Zayavong, gets to his stomach. Bourne's now got that right arm again of Zayavong. And will try to roll him or pull him towards that shoulder of that right arm. So he's got it pinned against his chest, against the back of Zayavong. Now will spin and send him to his back. Zayavong trying to get away, but Bourne in full control, just trying to get that pin. Zayavong doing a good job so far of contorting his body to not get pinned, but it will be a pin for Charlie Bourne and St. Peter. So the 8th grader going up against the senior. Charlie Bourne takes the win via pin at 139.
For St. Peter, winning by pinfall.
So now we move up to 145.
Charlie Bourne.
We'll see who we got for both sides. As Dirk will let us know.
Now wrestling on the varsity mat, 145 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Cameron Corner. And for St. Peter, we have Brock Guth.
Cameron Corner and Brock Guth at 145. Corner, it's got the right leg of Guth. Lets it go and they separate. 3 points for Guth, or for Corner, 1 point for Guth to escape. As they're back face to face in the middle of the mat. Shooting for the single leg here is Corner. He's got that left leg. Guth now just got to try to trip with the back leg. Can't do it. Spreading out there was Guth. Corner still with that leg, looking for the trip. Still nothing. And now brings him down with the double leg. It'll be 3 points for Corner. And outside of the circle they go, so they'll head back to the middle. It's 6-1 for Cameron Corner at 145. (22-12) is the team score. 6-1 here at 145. Saints lead 22-12 on the team side of things. Corner's got the leg once again. That left leg of Guth. Pulls it up high. Guth hopping on one leg. Looking for a trip there. And able to get the takedown is Corner. And he's on the back of Guth. Driving that forehead into the mat. Corner now spins. Rolling around. Still has that back control. 13 seconds to go here in the first. Looking for the reversal here is Guth, able to escape for a moment, but not able to get the full point. And that will be the end, or almost. A couple seconds left. Now that will be the end of the first period, and still a 6-1 lead for Cameron Corner. Cameron Corner, a junior for the Cobras. Brock Guth, also a junior. 145. Corner will start down this time. Guth on his back. Trying to pull him towards him as Guth. Now spinning around his corner. And will get the back. 2 points for a reversal. Corner working the back of Guth. Fighting for that wrist control as Guth stands up to his feet. Trying to get that trip with Corner, but going to let him free. And it will be 1 point awarded to Guth. It's 8-2 for Corner. with a minute 25 to go in the second. So we're face-to-face once again. Shooting for the single leg there was Guth, but sprawling out nicely was Corner. Are locked up here and a stalemate call, so they'll stand and reset. With 1:01 to go in the second, Corner leads 8-2. Corner stalking Guth on one knee. Now face to face. Shoots for the double leg. He's got both legs and gets the takedown. 3 points for Corner. He leads 11-2. Corner and Guth back face to face, 11-3. Corner with the lead. We had a errant horn there for a moment on the JV side. Got me wondering
on
what
the
was
junior
going on.
varsity mat, winning by tech fall, Dalton Voss of St. Peter, winning by tech fall on the junior varsity mat.
So Corner getting 3 points for another takedown with 8 seconds to go in the second. There's no way to mute Mr. Dirk Abraham, so I got to unplug him and plug him back in every time, and sometimes I forget. And he comes over the broadcast like he just did, but that's okay because he's talking about the JV matchup that's going on here as well. But we've only got one set of eyes, and that's got to be over on the varsity mat. 22-12 team side of things on the varsity side for Windom, Mountain Lake, and St. Peter. St. Peter does have the lead, but Corner has the lead here at 1:45, 14-3. As Corner looking to have control here on the back, will just let Guth free. With a minute 45 to go in the match, 14-4. Corner going to get the takedown. Reversal, though, and now in a situation where Corner is in big trouble. He could be pinned. Guth could pull off a huge upset here. 3 points going to be awarded to Corner, to Guth, but Corner able to get out of the scare there, and they get out of the circle. Corner was looking for the takedown and got trapped there for a moment. Guth almost able to get the pin, but Corner able to escape. 14-7. It's big for Guth to get those points so there. Get himself back in to the match. 14-7 lead, though, for Corner as they're face-to-face once again. Guth shoots for that left leg. Corner sprawls out. And now looking to get the back. Stopping him with that left arm is Guth. Around that left leg of Corner, but Corner now trying to get the back. Still no points awarded with 42 seconds to go. Corner looking for the cradle now. He's got his right arm underneath the right leg of Guth. With 33 seconds and a stalemate, it's going to be called. So they'll reset in the middle with 33 seconds to go. Corner went too quick there. Now we'll shoot for the double leg. Corner dumps him down. 3 points for Corner. 18-7. With 18 seconds to go. Corner right in the back of Guth. And that looks like it will be the final score here with 5 seconds to go. Corner rolling Guth. Guth, I think, maybe got a reversal here. No, they're going to say no. So that will be the final, 18-7. Corner is going to get the win for the Cobras at 1:45.
On the varsity mat, 145 pounds, winning by major decision, Cameron Corner of the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake over Brock Guth of St. Peter.
So we'll wait to see who we got next at 152. Could be Damian Davison for Windom Mountain Lake and Evan Walter for St. Peter. We'll
now
see.
up on the varsity mat, 152 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Damian Davison. And for St. Peter, Evan Walter. That's on the varsity mat at 152 pounds.
Thank you, Dirk. Getting a takedown here was Walter right at the start. It's about 10 seconds in to the matchup. 22-16. St. Peter with the lead over Windom Mountain Lake in the team standings right now here at 152. It's Evan Walter and Damian Davison, and Walter has control right now, up 3-0. And on the back of Davison, who's trying to turn into him, able to get free, pushed out, and 1 point and a whistle as they get out of the circle. And now we'll be face to face. Davison and Walter clinch. Walter shoots for that right leg, has control of it, picks him up and dumps him down. Davison rolls to his stomach, but Walter with the takedown makes it 6-1. At 152, 43 seconds to go in the first. Walter and Davison. Walter trying to gain that wrist control. Davison spreading out. So hand fighting here with Walter on the back of Davison. Davison trying to pull him towards him and rolling over to his back. Davison doing a good job of staying sprawled out on his stomach. 15 seconds to go in the first. Davison having a tough time here in the first. And that will be the end of the first, dominated by Walter at 152. 6-1. (22-16). Walter and Davison face to face once again here to start the second. Davison shoots, ends up with the right leg of Davison in between. Walter able to get it away. Walter and Davison here still face to face, scrapping. Now forehead to forehead. And some hand fighting here, looking for that wrist control. Davison swiping down, as is Walter. Davison with the left wrist of Walter. Walter circling around, tries to shoot, gets defended, and now shooting was Davison, and sprawling out was Walter. Walter got a bit of a headlock looking hold here on Davison, who's still spread out. Now Walter trying to get the back of Davison. Davison trying to back out of it, and now they'll both be outside of the circle. So they'll head back to the center. The 152, 50 seconds to go in the second. Walter and Davison. Windom Mountain Lake and St. Peter here in the first matchup of the triangular. Jackson County Central waiting in the wings for the Saints, who will be next. Walter pushes Davison towards the outside. Walter still with 1 foot in, and now both feet will go out. 22-16 in the team standings. St. Peter with the lead. Windom Mountain Lake at 152, trails 6-1. As it's Evan Walter and Damian Davison. Davison shoots for the takedown. Walter spreads nicely towards the edge of the circle. Davison now had both legs for a moment, has the right leg, And no points awarded as Davison had a nice little dump there that was outside the circle, so it'll stay 6-1. So they'll come back to the center, and that will be the end of the second. So we'll take a quick 15-second break and be back with the third at 1:52 on KDOM. So we got a blood timeout here for a quick moment, so that worked out perfectly. Didn't miss any of the action here on 94.3. Doing our best to bring you live coverage here of the wrestling triangular. Did not wrestle in high school. I was a basketball player. We've done this a couple of times. Hopefully bringing you enough of the action to get you excited and keep you informed on this triangular. As we're at 152, 152 pounds. St. Peter with the lead, 22-16 in the team standings. And right now at 152, Evan Walter on top of Damian Davison. And now physically, literally on top of him in the middle of the mat. Davison trying not to get pinned. Walter getting some back points. Davison able to roll onto his stomach. And now he gets the back. And it'll be 3 points for a near fall and 2 points for Davison on the reversal. It's 12-3, Evan Walter, but Davison now in a strong position. .57 seconds to go in the matchup here on 152. And a time called. And may have a little blood again from Davison. So we'll take another quick timeout as he gets cleaned up for a blood timeout here on KDOM. Hot Country 94-3, Davison and Walter here at 152. 12-3 is your score here at 152. 22-16, St. Peter with the team lead. Davison shoots for that left leg. Sprawling out there was Walter. Davison able to get back up, and now they're both locked. Right arm and left arm. Rolling around here. In a tough spot, now able to get away. It's Davison. Still hooked on that right side as they separate a little bit. Davison now, they fully separate. We'll go back at it here at the edge of the ring, 12-3. The edge of the circle. Far side. They both exit with 2 seconds to go in the match. Shooting for the leg, and that will be the end of it. As Walter will win 12-3.
On the varsity mat at 152 pounds, winning a major decision, Evan Walter of St. Peter winning the major decision at 152.
So the major going to Evan Walter there at 152. So we move now to, I believe,
at 160 pounds, the Cobras are open. Winning by forfeit will be Deantre Torres of St. Peter.
So there you heard it at 160, a forfeit win. And now we'll have a matchup at, I believe, 172. We'll find out from Dirk here.
Now wrestling on the varsity mat at 172 pounds for the Cobras, we have Damian Aguirre, and for St. Peter, Ryan Moulter.
So Aguirre and Moulter here at 170. As they lock up here in the middle of the mat. 1:30 to go here in the first. Aguirre sends him down. At the top control, but Moulter able to get away. Spin down. Stand back up. Looking for the lift, and now the hip throw there by Moulter, and now he's got Aguirre in a tough spot.
On the JV
falls.
mat in the earlier match, it was Javian Williams winning for St. Peter.
As Aguirre now in a tough spot again. Moulter, Ryan Moulter gets the pin for St. Peter. So Moulter with a quick pinfall victory for St. Peter as the Saints start to run away with this one on the team size. So we'll plug Dirk back in here. As Aguirre falls at 172 via pin. We'll see what we got coming up here for the Cobras. St. Peter's got their guy out there. See if he's going to wrestle.
At 172 pounds in the varsity match, winning by pinfall, Ryan Moulter of St. Peter. Moulter winning by pin for St. Peter at 172.
So there was the official announcement from Dirk Abraham at 172. So now we'll move to 189 possibly. This could be Sam Hernandez.
Now up on the varsity mat at 189 pounds, Sam Hernandez for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake. Kyler Anderson for St. Peter. That's varsity at 189.
So Kyler Anderson, and I was right with Sam Hernandez for the Cobras. As they'll head towards the edge of the circle. We'll separate once again. Big fellas at 172. Anderson, a much taller wrestler. Not always an advantage in wrestling. Gives you a little bit more of a reach, but Hernandez closer to the mat. Shoot a little bit quicker. But shooting here was Anderson, keeping one leg in. Looking for a couple of points. Does not get it yet. Still staying inside the circle. As they wrestle here towards the edge of the circle. Here at 189. They exit the circle. We'll head back to the middle. (38-16) on the team side. Still 0-0 here at 189. It's Kyler Anderson. Weighed in at 188, listed as a 215-pounder, but it's under 189. Sam Hernandez here, and we got a quick time, possible poke in the eye. Maybe a hit to the nose of Anderson. So a quick pause in the action. as Anderson tries to regroup. They shake hands, get back to business. No points awarded. Still 0-0. Anderson. That'll be the end of the first. 0-0 between Sam Hernandez and Kyler Anderson. Anderson will start down on the mat. Hernandez on his back. Anderson looks to get away. And he does. The 1 point for Anderson as he picks up Hernandez and puts him down for 2 points. 3 points, excuse me. That's the new rule change for a takedown. It's 3. It's Anderson. Now with the back, looking for that cradle. Right arm around the right shoulder. Neck side of Hernandez. He's able to get away. No back points. Anderson still has control though. Right arm underneath the waist of Hernandez and has that left leg as well with that left hand. Now we'll let that go and looking for the cradle again. Is Anderson. So roll over to the left side and now spinning over with the cradle. Able to get away is Hernandez. Anderson on the back of Hernandez here at 189. 37 seconds to go in the second. They'll be separated and head back to the center. 37 seconds to go in the second. 8-0 for Kyler Anderson here at 189. As the JV has finished up for the Cobras and the Saints. Varsity still with a couple matches to go. They'll keep things going over there on the JV side. They want to get JV done with before the final match. Anderson picks up Hernandez and slams him to the mat, and now we'll have that cradle situation once again here for Kyler Anderson. Kyler Anderson is looking for the cradle, has to separate, doesn't have control. It's still on the back here with 5 seconds to go here in the second. And that will be the end of the second here between Anderson and Hernandez at 189. Anderson, actually Hernandez gets up limping a little bit. Seems to be good to go. Got a pat on that right knee. Not sure if that's the issue. He's got a pre-existing injury and just has gotten it flaring up here. As he'll look to throw down Anderson. They both go down to the mat. And Kyler Anderson ends up on top. And he will get to 3 points for the takedown. Now looking for a pin. Hernandez trying to get free. 11-0 for Kyler Anderson. He'll get 4 back points. And technical fall going to go to Kyler Anderson. And a victory again for St. Peter. As we'll plug Dirk back in. Let's both get back on the mat at 2:15.
On the varsity mat at 189 pounds, winning by technical fall was Kyler Anderson of St. Peter. Kyler Anderson of St. Peter wins by tech fall at 189 pounds. Now wrestling at 215 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Grayson Hanson And for St. Peter, we have Eric Norrie. Eric Norrie.
So you heard it there from Dirk. Eric Norrie. Got to find him on the Eric Norrie. Not sure where he is on the score sheet, but Grayson Hansen for the Cobras and Norrie for St. Peter. Hansen already up 7-2, now 9-2 as he'll let Norrie up. Hansen looking for another shot. He's got the right arm. Norrie looking for a leg. Able to get behind, and 3 points for a takedown for Hansen. Trying to roll Norrie over onto his back. Had that left arm and spun him to that left shoulder. Had to roll over himself to get him to that position. Now trying to fight for that left arm again is Hansen. He's got a little bit of control now, able to get it away as Norrie. Now trying to bring that left arm towards him. And now we'll get to the side control and push him over to his back. Norrie trying to get away. He's in big trouble. And the pin for Grayson Hansen. The Mountain Lake Cobras get the win at
215 pounds, winning by pinfall for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Grayson Hansen.
So Dirk just said 215. I don't think it mattered. That was at heavyweight, possibly. So I think that will be it for this matchup, a 43-22. I think
at
it'll be
285 pounds, the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake are open, so winning by forfeit will be Kemper Ely of St. Peter. Again, Kemper Ely of St. Peter wins by forfeit at heavyweight.
So Dirk was right the first time. That was at
Final
215.
score of our varsity dual meet, St. Peter 49, Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake 22.
So St. Peter wins 49-22. As we will take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about this matchup and what we've got coming up here on Hot Country 94.3. St. Peter over Windom Mountain Lake 49-22 in the first match of this triangular. Hot Country 94.3 KDOM Radio just finished with the first matchup of the day here in this triangular St. Peter and Windom Mountain Lake. St. Peter got the win 49-22 in the team standings. We'll try to go through here and let you know how it turned up that way, as I did my best to write in who won what during the match. Again, this is the first time we've called some wrestling this year, so a little bit rusty, but we're doing our best to bring it to you. At 107, it was Liam Jensen over Evan Kish via pinfall. Elijah Mercado won by technical fall over Jacob Lopez. Matthew Vale able to get the Cobras on the board team-wise with a pin over Tucker Nips. Isaiah Hesse got a win over a technical fall. Actually, it was Logan Ely, I think, at 121 who lost to Matthew Vale, and then Hyatt Hansen got the win over Tucker Nips via pin. So back-to-back pins for the Cobras. And then at 139, it was Isaiah Hesse with the technical fall over Elliot Zayavog. Dagan Hansen fell to Brock Guth at 145. Charlie Bourne got the win via pin over. There was a. Let's see. There was an opening there via forfeit, not till 160. So Charlie Bourne got the win via pin at 139. Evan Walter got a win and a major decision at 152. Dontre Torres got the forfeit win at 160. And Ryan Moulter at 172 over Damian Aguirre via pin. Then Kyler Anderson at 189 got the technical fall victory over Sam Hernandez. Grayson Hansen at 215 got the pin over Eric Norrie at 215. And then at 285, it was a forfeit win for Kemper Ely of St. Peter. So that's kind of how it shook out there. 49-22 St. Peter with the win over Windom Mountain Lake. So the Cobras will have a break here as St. Peter and JCC will go at it. And since it's in the middle of this matchup and we're here to cover the Cobras, we will give you some JCC and St. Peter coverage here on Hot Country 94.3. Wow, we are here. Why not? We got to be here anyways because we're not going to miss the one after this. But there will be a change after this matchup. We'll have senior night, and the mats will move to the center for JCC and Windom, as they're hoping to have all the JV matches finished up here on the far mat in time to make it a single mat final matchup between Windom Mountain Lake and JCC. So we'll take another break. When we come back, we'll discuss what we've got coming up the rest of the week here on Hot Country 94.3. As it is Thursday, but we've got a lot of basketball and some hockey to talk here coming up on Hot Country 94.3. Hot Country 94.3, KDOM radio online at windomradio.com and Hot Country 94.3 app as we have got JV action up and going. And the varsity is getting warmed up and ready to go here for JCC and St. Peter as the Huskies will get their first action of the day. As we take a look at what we've got coming up here the rest of the week here on Hot Country 94.3. Obviously, we got the Cobras and JCC coming up later on tonight. This next one, we'll have St. Peter and JCC, and we'll bring you some of the action here as well on 94.3 and let you know what's happening during that one. But tomorrow night, we'll be back here at the Nest right in this exact spot, but for some girls and boys basketball as they take on St. James area in a girl-boy doubleheader. Girls will start right around 6 o'clock. St. James is on a heck of a run right now in girls basketball, so the Windom Eagles got a tough task tomorrow night in the Big South Conference. And then it's boys basketball. St. James and Windom always ends up in a good matchup. Windom on the road took down St. James in the girl-boy doubleheader earlier in the year, looking for another sweep, this time at home tomorrow night here on KDOM. And then on Saturday, we've got a special event for you as we'll have 3 hockey games, 2 for Windom, and then a college hockey game at night as the Windom Eagles will play girls hockey at 1 o'clock. Then we'll have a little bit of a break in between. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll have boys hockey for Windom, and 7 o'clock, we'll have college hockey as Dort and Gustavus will battle it out in some college hockey action right here on Hot Country 94.3. We'll have some help as well throughout the day. I'll be calling the game at 1 o'clock between the Windom Eagles and Prairie Center in girls hockey. And then at 5 o'clock, it'll be Justin Espenson and Eric Losey calling the game for the Windom boys against Fairmont. And then at 7 o'clock for the Dort and Gustavus game, I think it'll be me for sure, and then either Eric or Justin, I think, will be helping us out and giving us some of their hockey knowledge. They know a lot more hockey than I do, so it'll be nice to have them there and calling the boys game for us and trying it out, trying their hand at some play-by-play on the radio. So should be a fun night on Saturday night and a special one as we got some college hockey at the barn along with Windom hockey as well. So we'll take another break. When we come back, it'll be the start of JCC and St. Peter and their matchup here on KDOM. Hot Country 94.3, KDOM Radio. We have got the start of this matchup between St. Peter and Jackson County Central. At 1:07 will be Matthias Leopold, and then Liam Jensen again for the Saints. As these two meet in the middle, it is still 0-0. So Leopold. A little odd here, Leopold and the Huskies as he gets to the back, trying to bring him down, and he does. That's going to be 2 points, 3 points for the takedown. Again, the rule changes this year. 3 points for a takedown. Back points are 2, 3, and 4 possible points for near falls. And only 1 point. What's the correct terminology? 1 point of contact inside the circle. Used to be 2, only need 1. So basically need 1 foot inside the circle or hand or whatever. Point of contact inside the circle, not 2 anymore. As it is 3-0 for Matthias Leopold over Liam Jensen of St. Peter. And Leopold's got a little bit of a cradle situation going on here. He's got the right leg pinned and his left arm around the right shoulder of Leopold or of Jensen. Jensen able to get away from that predicament with 10 seconds to go in the first. And a time called with 8 seconds. And I think Jensen's got a little bit of blood. He does on his nose, so we'll have a blood timeout. 3-0 for Leopold over Liam Jensen when we come back here at 107 on 94.3. Hot Country 94.3, getting the blood cleaned up off the mat, and then we'll get back to going. 3-0. Matthias Leopold over Liam Jensen. Leopold on the back of Jensen, who stands up, tries to get away. He does, and gets the 1 point. And that will be the end of the first. So 1 point for Jensen. So now Jensen will go down to start the second period. Leopold on top. Jensen trying to get away again. Leopold's got the right leg. With that right hand, right on the ankle. Leopold trying to collapse onto that right leg. Now looking for the cradle as Leopold try to lock those hands underneath Jensen. Looks like he's got the hands locked, and now we'll spin him back with the cradle. Got him on his back, and he's getting some back points. Jensen in big time trouble here. Leopold looking for the pin. Right now, Jensen able to arch his back enough to get those shoulder blades off. Very close. Leopold got the pin for the Huskies. So win by pinfall. If I could find, there it is. Dirk Abraham will let us know. Possibly. 107.
On the varsity mat, 107 pounds, winning a 3-1 decision, Matthias Leopold of Jackson County Central.
So we'll see where they go with next here at 114. If it's Mercado again. Caden Eller.
And
so Dirk will let us know.
now wrestling on the varsity mat at 114 pounds for Jackson County Central, Caden Eller, and for St. Peter, Elijah Mercado. Elder and Mercado wrestling at 114.
So we were correct there with Mercado and Eller. Wrestling here at 114. Right now, Eller on top of Mercado, 3-0, rolling around here. It's a 3-0 team lead. Not sure why. I thought it should be more than that with the pin victory. I think it's 6-0. As looking for a pin here is Eller on Mercado. Eller looking for the pin here for JCC. And he got it. So a pin for Elisha Mercado. Scratch that. Pin for Caden Eller over Mercado. Makes it a 12-0 lead here for JCC. The Huskies will move on here to, I think, 121 pounds. As Dirk is asking about JV right now. So we'll hear from him for the varsity side here shortly. So at 121, we can guess Logan Ely of St. Peter and Isaac Rodriguez for JCC. That could be wrong. We don't have Dirk plugged in, but we'll hear him when he announces it. Has JCC in control here. So he's asking who it is now, so we'll find out. I'll plug him back in and they'll let us know. He's got that left arm hooked here, does the Husky. At 121 pounds, it's 3-0 for JCC, up 12-0 in the match. Looking for the rollover.
Now wrestling on the varsity mat, 121 pounds. We have Evan Munoz of Jackson County Central, Logan Ely of St. Peter. That's at 121 pounds in the varsity match.
So it is Logan Ely, but it is Evan Munoz who's looking for a pin. Very close here. And that is a pin for JCC as they get another victory.
And that's Evan Munoz of Jackson County Central winning at 121 pounds.
So at 121, Munoz gets the win via pinfall. And now we move on here to 127. As
now up on the varsity match, 127 pounds for Jackson County Central, Des Tupper, and for St. Peter, Tucker Nimps. That's at 127 on the varsity mat.
So at 127, it is Desmond Tupper and Tucker Nimps as Tupper with the control. He's got the back of Nimps. Tupper trying to control that left arm, trying to get it behind Nimps to roll him over. Tupper with control of the back of Nimps. Crawling forward. Getting underneath that right shoulder. With that right arm is Tupper. Trying to push forward, drive forward, and spin Nimps onto his back. And it's going to be a tough situation here for Nimps as Tupper gets him to his back and gets the pin for JCC. It's the Huskies rolling right along here against St. Peter.
Winning at 127 pounds by pinfall, Des Tupper of Jackson County Central.
So 24-0 JCC over St. Peter. We move on to 133 pounds, it looks like. As it'll be Hesse for St. Peter. We'll see who Dirk's got for JCC.
Now up on the varsity mat, 133 pounds for Jackson County Central, Isaac Rodriguez. And for St. Peter, Isaiah Hesse. That's at 133 on the varsity mat.
So Rodriguez at 133. There he is. And Hesse for St. Peter. As Rodriguez has Hesse in a tough spot. He's on his back. Trying to roll him around. Hesse able to escape and got 1 point. Shooting for the leg, though. Wrapping down, getting the double leg. There was Rodriguez, and he gets to take down 3 points. Make it 3-1. It's a headgear in a tough spot for Hesse. Over his face. Now Rodriguez getting him on his back. Trying to spin around. Hesse, though, able to get the reversal. Maybe. No, close to. Just giving back points here to Rodriguez. Hesse doesn't get the reversal just yet. It's 10-1.
Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll be having junior varsity matches on the north mat between the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake and Jackson County Central. Again, we'll have junior varsity matches coming up next on the north mat with Windom Mountain Lake and Jackson County Central.
Thank you, Dirk. We can unplug him now. Plug it back in when we need him. 24-0 JCC on top of St. Peter. St. Peter just got the win over Windom. As that's the end of the first here at 139. Or 133, actually. Isaiah Hesse and Isaac Rodriguez. Hesse will start on top. Rodriguez rolls over and gets 2 points for the reversal. Leads 13-1. As we've got Rodriguez and Hesse rolling around over there on the far side. Ended up on top as Rodriguez trying to pin down Hesse, but able to spin to his stomach. And it'll be 4 points for back points, and that will be a technical fall for JCC's Rodriguez.
On the varsity mat, 133 pounds, winning by technical fall. Isaac Rodriguez of Jackson County Central wins by tech fall at 133.
So winning by tech fall at 133, JCC continues to roll along.
And now up on the varsity mat at 139 pounds for Jackson County Central, Dallas Gosson. For St. Peter, Brock Guth. That's the varsity mat at 139.
So at 139, Dallas Gosson and Brock Guth.
Now wrestling on the JV match.
As Gosson has Guth in a tough spot. He's got that right leg compromised as they exit the circle. We'll head back to the middle. 29-0. JCC over St. Peter on team standings. As some hand fighting in the middle. Shooting for that right leg is Guth. Gosson trying to keep him at bay. Trying to get that left leg back. He does. Now we'll spin to the back. As they both stand, go back to the ground, spin around there. And Guth now and Gosson. Towards the edge of the circle. 47 seconds to go here in the first. 3-1. JCC's Dallas Gosson. Pushes Guth to the edge of the circle, so they'll reset in the middle. 29-0, 35 seconds to go here in period number one of this 139-pound matchup. Gosson shoots for the takedown. He's got the double leg, bringing him down and gets the takedown. 3 points for Gosson at 139. Escape awarded to Guth, and now Guth gets the takedown. He's got 3 points, so it's 6-3. Gosson still with the lead for JCC. And the end of the first here at 139. And I think it's 6-3. Maybe 6-5. So it's 6-5. $29-0 is the team score. We're at 139, trying to escape, not able to do so is Gosson. As he continues to crawl forward, Guth trying to keep him down on the mat. Just underway in the second. Guth got a little bit of a cradle situation here, but he's on the wrong side, trying to push forward, but not going to be able to really do that. He's got to do that roll over the top of Gosson, who's standing up and able to break the hands of Guth and able to escape at 1 point to make it 7-5. As they face off once again here in the middle of the mat. 7-5. Gosson shoots for that single leg. He's got the right leg, trying to pin it between his legs, and then swings down and brings down Guth for the takedown. 3 points for Gosson. Makes it 10-5 here at 139 with 1:12 to go in the second. Gosson on the back of Guth. Got that left leg pinned between his legs. Guth not able to stand up. Fighting for wrist control. They roll over to the back. Guth in a tough spot now as Gosson trying to stay in control on the back. Spins around. Fighting the wrist control again. Guth trying to roll over. Can't roll over too far though. Gosson is one move away from getting that pin. 10-5 still to score. Gosson lets Guth up for a moment, then swings him back down. Now they're in a interesting situation here on the far side. Gosson though still on top. And they end up out of the circle, so now they'll head back to the middle. .17 seconds to go in the second. At 139, JCC leads St. Peter 29-0. 10-5 right now. Gosson over Guth at 139. He's trying to stand up and escape. His right leg is caught. Guthen or Gosson lets that go. Able to bring him down, and now a reversal and 2 points for Guth. And 3 points for back points. So 2 points for the reversal, 3 points for the near fall. And that was the end of the second. So now we'll start the third, 10-7. For Gosson and Guth at 139. So we'll have a quick time. Not sure what the discussion is. Maybe it's 11-10 is what the score says. So they're discussing the score right now of this matchup. So it could be 12-11. Or 11-10. It's 11-10 St. Peter. So Guth with the lead right now. Diving, though, for the double leg takedown is Gossin. He's got both legs, spins down, trying to spin onto his back. And I think he will get the takedown. He does. So he got the 3 points, but 1 for the escape for Guth. So both shooting again. Gossin stalemates Guth there. 13-2. Gossin with the lead over Guth. A nice match here at 139. Guth trying to get a takedown. Spinning over. Oh, Gossin. No points. Maybe a reversal. And now Guth has Gossin in the top spot for a possible pin. Guth up 15-13 in the match now. And a possible pin with 56 seconds to go. Gossin trying to get away. Guth trying to pull the upset here as he was down big early in the match. Gossin pinned for Guth. And St. Peter is on the board with a pin in the third for Brock Guth at 139.
Of St. Peter.
So Guth gets the pinfall and gets St. Peter on the board after falling behind early. Able to fight back, persevere, and get the victory at 139. So we move to 145. And I believe we will once again have Charlie Bourne for St. Peter. We'll see who comes out there for JCC. As we'll reset the scoreboard. So it'll be 29-6. There we go. And at 145, we'll hear from Dirk Abraham.
And now up on the varsity mat, 145 pounds for Jackson County Central, Ryan Fricke. For St. Peter, Charlie Bourne. That's 145 on the varsity mat.
So at 145 on the varsity side, it will be Ryan Fricke and Charlie Bourne as they scrum here in the middle. Fricke and Bourne compromised here. Bourne's got the right leg. Fricke had the underneath. Bourne going to get the 2 points, or the 3 points for the takedown. Fricke trying to escape. Bourne doing a good job keeping him at bay. And they push to the edge of the circle and will head back to the center. 29-6 team score. 3-0 right now for Charlie Bourne, St. James. Or not St. James, St. Peter. St. Peter Saints. Bourne and Fricke at 145. Charlie Bourne with the back control. Trying to get some wrist control and possibly gain control of one of those arms of Fricke down below. He's got that right arm a little bit here, does Bourne. Trying to pull it towards him and put it under his chest, pin it against the back of Fricke. Now he's got that right arm underneath the right shoulder of Fricke, trying to push forward. Fricke up to 2 feet. But back down to his knees as Bourne's got his left leg in between the legs of Fricke, and now gets set free. Still fighting for that wrist control on the right side. Now has the right arm behind the back of Fricke. Bourne does a good job of straddling his opponent, getting that right arm or either arm pinned against the back. And now we'll work to try and roll Fricke over to that side, get him to his back for a pin. But that, not enough time for Bourne to work with there. That's the end of the first. Here at 145. between Charlie Bourne and Ryan Fricke in a 29-6 matchup here in the second of the 3 matches we've got here at the Nest. St. Peter defeated Windom, I believe it was 49-22. Yes, it was 49-22 in the first match, and we've got a timeout, blood time here for St. Peter. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue at 145 pounds here between St. Peter and JCC. Hot Country 94.3 KDOM Radio. JCC and St. Peter here. St. Peter trails 29-6 in the team standings, but lead here 3-0 at 1:45. Charlie Bourne and Ryan Fricke. Fricke on the back of Bourne here on the restart. He's got Bourne spread out, flattened out on his stomach. Bourne able to get back to all fours, but Fricke with the back control. Rolling over, looking like it's UFC, going for a rear naked choke. Obviously not legal. Bourne able to get back to his hands and feet, but now shoved back down by Fricke. Bourne able to reverse it. He's got the 2 points. And Bourne now once again has the right arm of Fricke pinned behind his back with a little more time left to work with. 54 seconds to go in the second. Has control of that right arm, now lost it. But in better position now is Charlie Bourne. Standing up here is Fricke. Bourne with the back, and they roll out of the circle, so we'll have to head back to the center. (29-6) with 1:45 to go. No, that made no sense. 29-6 at 145 pounds, 30 seconds to go here in a second. Trying to get that right arm control here is Charlie Bourne on the back of Fricke. Bourne still holding on here. Fricke trying to get away. 5-0 Charlie Bourne with the lead over Ryan Fricke here at 1:45. And now Bourne trying to look for a little bit of a push on the right side with 5 seconds to go. Not going to have enough time to make any more moves. And that will be the end of the second here at 1:45. Charlie Bourne with a small lead here, 5-0. Fricke's got a little work to do for JCC. As Fricke will start down, Bourne on his back. Fricke tries to stand, Bourne shoves him back down to the mat. Fricke needs to escape, get that point, and get a takedown. As he trails 5-0, but Bourne now going to work. He's got that left arm compromised and right wrist control, and now he's got him on his back. Charlie Bourne looking for the pin. Fricke in some trouble. Bourne trying to put all his weight on the top half of Fricke. So he's got full side control of Fricke. Fricke just trying to arch his back, keep his shoulder blades off, twitching side to side, but Bourne staying consistent here, looking for the pinfall victory. Now switches to the full mount situation here. Bourne gets the pin for St. Peter. Charlie Bourne with back-to-back pins now for St. Peter. And And the Saints trying to work their way back into this matchup. As Charlie Bourne and Brock Guth back-to-back pins for St. Peter. It's now 29-12. And stepping in will be Ben Darlene at 152 for JCC. Let's see if it's Evan Walter. It looks like it is.
At 145 pounds, the results winning by pinfall for St. Peter was Charlie Bourne. Charlie Bourne for St. Peter winning by pin at 145. Now wrestling at 152 pounds for Jackson County Central, Ben Darlene. And for St. Peter, we have Evan Walter.
So Evan Walter and Ben Darlene at 152. Darlene now with the left leg of Walter, able to bring him down, and has got his back. No points though, as Darlene had the control the entire time. So Darlene on the back there, fighting for that wrist control, looking for that left arm, trying to pin it back behind Walter and then push him towards that right shoulder. Spin him over into his back now. Darlene kind of fighting here for a cradle opportunity. But right now, Ben Darlene in control, up 3-0. 45 seconds left in the first, and now he'll let him up. Shoots for the double leg again, gets the single leg. Darlene pushed him towards the edge of the mat. And they will be outside of the circle, so they'll head back to the center. Darlene and Walter explosive here at 152. Darlene active early, looking for the takedowns. Now a little bit more patient as Walter backs away for a moment. Fakes a shot. Diving in was Darlene. Spreading there was Walter. Exit towards the edge of the circle. Darlene keeping the body part in. Walter and Darlene on the edge here, fighting for position. And the end of the first is upon us. 152, 3-1. Ben Darlene with the lead. So Darlene will start down. JCC's Ben Darlene down. I was looking. That is Evan Walter. As Darlene will get the reversal. Now looking for a takedown, and he's got it. Well, technically not a takedown. It's part of the reversal. So it'll stay 5-1. Darlene now with Walter on his stomach, reaching for that left arm, trying to pin it behind his back. While doing that, Walter sets himself up for another position. Darlene now does have that left arm. He's got it pinned behind the back of Walter for a moment at least, but he's got the underhook there. And now Darlene trying to drive Walter to his right shoulder, using the leverage with that left arm. Still 1:13 to go here in the second. Darlene on the back of Walter. Has that left arm, trying to push him. Walter's trying to spin into the arm. Now Darlene looks back at his bench. They're giving him instructions. Walter doing a good job of staying on the stomach right now and gets that left arm free, at least for a moment. Walter stands up. Darlene lets him go. Walter shakes off the knee, and they both come together once again. Walter, a couple of slaps towards the legs. 33 seconds to go. Shooting on the right leg, picking him up and throwing him down was Walter. Nice takedown for 3 points. 5-5. They end up outside the circle. Walter trying to walk off the injured left knee. Darlene able to get up, spin around. Walter takes him down once again. Darlene trying to get away. The score stays 5-5. Darlene spins into it, and now we'll have the reversal. No, just the escape. So it's 6-5. And that's the end of the second. Walter will be down, and he is playing hurt right now. It's Darlene. Has the back of Walter here to start the third at 152. Second competitive matchup we've had here between the Huskies and the Saints. Darlene right now on top of Walter. A little bit of a stalemate here, as we've had an illegal move here for JCC, so 1 point awarded to the Saints. And able to get the takedown, no. For Darlene, it's 7-6 right now on the scoreboard for Walter with 1:10 to go. Maybe 9-7 JCC. So it is 9-7 Huskies. Darlene lets him free. So now it's 9-8. Ben Darlene with a 1 point lead right now over Walter of St. Peter. Walter's going to have to do something here with 40 seconds to go in the third. Brings Darlene close. Darlene fakes the shot. Walter takes the shot as they edge close to the edge of the circle. Darlene, they both end up outside of the circle with 25 seconds to go. 9-8 with a minute 52, or with 25 seconds to go at 152. 29-12 in the team scoring. Darlene shoots for that right leg. Walter trying to get behind, but Darlene gets the 3 points for the takedown, and that should seal it. Up 12-8 with 12 seconds to go. Darlene in full control, and Ben Darlene is going to take the win here at 152 over Evan Walter. We'll hear what Dirk Abraham has to say.
On the varsity mat at 152 pounds, winning a 12-8 decision, Ben Darlene of Jackson County Central. On the JV mat, winning a 10-8 decision, Skylar Roberts of Jackson County Central.
So we'll see who's up next for the Huskies.
Now up on the varsity mat at 160 pounds for Jackson County Central, Cale Entricken. And for St. Peter at 160, DeAndre Torres.
So it'll be Torres and Entricken for JCC. Torres for St. Peter. As they lock up here. Inch towards the edge of the circle. Entricken looking for that single leg. Sprawling out, though, is Torres. The sprawl works. Entricken not able to get the takedown. So they'll separate for a second once again and come back together in the clinch. Pushing forward, shooting for the single leg again is Entricken. Push towards the edge of the circle. Another nice sprawl by Torres. As they swing around and end up outside of the circle, they'll have to reset in the center. 32-12, JCC with the lead on the team standings here at 160. Etrikin and Torres. And fighting at the center. Fighting for that wrist control. Etrikin fakes a shot. Pulling down. Shooting there was Torres. He's got Etrikin on his shoulders as he looks to his bench. Etrikin dropped down and now spinning over. Etrikin on his back. Now Etrikin in a tough spot. It's Torres trying to get a pin here. Spinning over onto his back, and 3 points for Torres. Scores the first points of the matchup at 160 with 8 seconds to go here in the first. Torres with control of the back here with 1 second. That'll be the end of the first as Etrikin trying to get up and escape, get that 1 point before the clock ran out, but was unable to do so. (32-12) on the team standings, and we'll have one more matchup here coming up after this, which will be JCC and Windom at Mountain Lake. Cobras will be back wrestling here against JCC, and I believe we're going to move the JV mat out of the way and have one singular mat for the varsity matchup. As we're back underway here in the second. Torres and Etrikin as they are locked up at the center of the mat. Minute 30 to go here in the second. 3-1, Etrikin or Torres with the lead. As still hand fighting here, now we'll separate, readjust the headgear. Saints and the Huskies shooting for the double leg, and getting the takedown there was Torres. And now we'll let him free. So it will be 6-2 for Torres. First time Torres gets to wrestle today as he won by forfeit against the Cobras. Etrikin shot for the takedown was unsuccessful as Torres was able to sprawl out. Now they're back to their feet and fighting here. Torres shoots, Etrikin sprawls. Able to block the double leg. And now Etrikin has the right arm of Torres. And they separate, readjust, and we'll be back to the middle. That time called. So it'll be 7-1. It's going to be the score. 7-2. So there's going to be a discussion here about the score. As right now, referee's saying 7-1. So the ref is going to switch it to 7-1. So it is going to be 7-1. As back underway, Cale Etrikin trails 7-1 here in the second with 10 seconds to go. Torres shoots for the double leg, gets the back, and that's going to be 3 points for Torres. Makes it 10-1, picks him up, throws him down, and that will be the end of the second. It's a nice showing so far by DeAndre Torres, the junior. Got the win via forfeit against the Cobras, and it's fresh for this matchup against Cale Etrikin at 160. They lock up in the center. A minute 50 to go in the matchup. At 160 pounds, it's 10-2. DeAndre Torres with the lead over Cale Entrican. Huskies do lead the match 32-12. Shooting for that single leg. It's Entrican trying to pick up Torres. Not a whole lot of leverage there for Entrican. Able to sprawl out was Torres. Trying to get to his back. Grabs that back right leg. Or it's actually the left leg with the right hand is Torres. But hooking him with that left hand is Entrican. And now able to get him free, and a spin around takedown for number 3 Torres will let up Entrican as he leads 13-2 with a minute 10 to go here at 160 pounds. Torres with the lead. Rips down, now shoots for the double leg, sprawling out is Entrican. Good stuff there by Entrican. And now he's got the right arm of Torres, lets it free, and Torres gets another takedown. Makes it 16-3, and will let Torres free. 16-4. 38 seconds to go. Torres shoots. Entrican blocks. 30 seconds to go. Entrican running out of time for the Huskies. A 16-4 lead for Torres. He's got control, spins around to the back. And now we'll get 3 points, and that will be the end of it. It's a major win for DeAndre Torres. As Dirk will have the official announcement here, so we head to 172 pounds. Ryan Moulter for St. Peter. And possibly Carson Colander.
At 160 pounds for St. Peter, DeAndre Torres wins by tech fall. DeAndre Torres of St. Peter wins by tech fall at 160. Now on the varsity mat at 172 pounds for Jackson County Central. We have Hayden Schultz, and for St. Peter, Ryan Moulter. Again, Hayden Schultz going for JCC, Ryan Moulter for St. Peter at 172.
So Moulter is back at 172, but it is Hayden Schultz for JCC. And Moulter gets the quick pin on Schultz. So that happened pretty quickly.
And winning by pinfall at 172 pounds, Ryan Moulter of St. Peter.
So we'll head to 189, I believe. It'll be Tyler Anderson again. Kyler Anderson.
On the JV match, Braxton Hall of Jackson County Central wins the decision over Abe Mendoza. That looks like that'll be our last JV match of the night.
So it'll be Kyler Anderson for St. Peter.
And now on the varsity mat, 189 pounds for Jackson County Central, we have Carson Colander. Carson Colander for JCC, and Kyler Anderson for St. Peter.
So it will be Kyler Anderson and Carson Colander. 32-23 team score. Anderson shoots for the double leg. Colander able to spread out. Sprawls. And now they separate. They size each other up once again. Separate once again. Colander and Anderson here at 189 pounds. St. Peter and JCC. Lock up in the center again. And we'll separate once again. Kyler Anderson locks up with Colander. They separate. No real action yet here with 40 seconds to go in the first. Separation. Chucking free as Anderson shoots, tries for the trip for a moment. Colander able to block it. Anderson trying to rip free, rip down as they both exit, and a stalemate called, and they'll separate and head back to the middle with 17 seconds to go in the first. As they're locked up here in the center, still 0-0 with 7 seconds to go in the first. Not a whole lot of action here in the first period. As that will be the end of the first here at 189 pounds. 32-22, JCC leads St. Peter. The team standings right now at 189, starting the second. It's 0-0 for Kyler Anderson and Carson Colander. Colander starts on top here to start the period. Colander escapes, and that'll be 1 point for, or Anderson escapes Colander. That'll be 1 point for Kyler Anderson. So he'll lead 1-0. Minute 38 to go in the second. Kyler fakes the takedown, fakes the shoot. As they both edge towards the edge of the circle. Colander able to stay in for now, but now exits and will head back to the center. Uneventful at 189 so far. 1-0. Anderson of St. Peter with the lead. With a minute 12 to go in the second. Anderson and Colander hand fighting here. Anderson tries to shoot for that single leg, but doesn't get there. Now we'll shoot for the double. He's got it, trying to sprawl as Colander. Sprawls enough where they both exit outside the circle. So a good sprawl there by Colander. As Kyler Anderson had both legs for a moment. As they lock up once again, start edging towards that edge of the circle. Kyler Anderson and Colander in a stalemate again, so they'll reset towards the center. So they go face to face once again here with 32 seconds to go. Colander shoots for the single leg. Sprawling out is Kyler Anderson. So unsuccessful there for Colander. Now they both stand up. Kyler Anderson has the underhooks, and now they'll separate once again. Shooting for the double was Kyler Anderson. Colander blocks it. Kyler Anderson able to get the takedown. And 3 points for St. Peter's Kyler Anderson. He leads 4-0. And the end of the second period is upon us. So at 189 pounds, 32-23. Ready to start the third. And we'll start face to face. Four 0 Kyler Anderson with the lead at 189 pounds over Carson Colander. So separate again, just the headgear. Go right back at it. Minute 40 to go here in this matchup. St. Peter trails in the team points 32-23. Kyler Anderson right now with the lead 4-0 at 189 pounds over Carson Colander. As they're still locked up in the center. Again, it is senior night tonight as well, so we'll have a little bit of an extended break in the action in between this match and the final one between JCC and Windom, in which we'll move the mat over as well to the center for the final matchup. As once again, another takedown for Kyler Anderson. And now he'll spin, trying to get Colander with the cradle, but Colander able to get out of the danger zone there. Kyler Anderson on the back of Colander, looking for that cradle possibly once again. Using that left hand to grab that left ankle of Colander, who's trying to stand up. He does stand up. Trying to separate the hands now of Colander, Kyle Anderson, who picks him up. Kyler Anderson brings him down. And now looking for another cradle opportunity here as Kyler Anderson does not get it. As fighting for wrist control. And now we'll spin and bring him into the cradle. Kyler Anderson getting back points here. Colander in a tough spot and not going to come away with the win. It'll be Kyler Anderson with a 7-0 win at 189 pounds for St. Peter. Getting it 7-0.
At 189 pounds, Kyler Anderson of St. Peter wins major decision 11-0 over Carson Colander.
And I did not take into account those final 4 pack points, so it's a major decision. Went from 7 to 11, 11-0.
Next up, varsity match, 215 pounds for Jackson County Central, Ryan Haley, and for St. Peter, Eric Norrie. Again, Ryan Haley and Eric Norrie at 215.
215. Don't see Ryan Noli on the sheet for St. Peter. But nonetheless, Ryan's for JCC. As Eric Norrie and Ryan Haley. So Ryan Haley for JCC getting the pin just now for the Huskies at 215.
At 215 pounds, winning by pinfall of Jackson County Central, Ryan Haley.
So Ryan Haley getting the pin. So we will have heavyweights
and at
285.
285 pounds for Jackson County Central, Michael Hansen. For St. Peter, Kemper Ely at 285 pounds or heavyweight.
So at 285, Kemper Ely and Michael Hansen. Big fellas wrapping this one up. 38-27 right now. JCC over St. Peter. The team standings.
Windom Mountain Lake senior wrestlers, managers, and parents report to the north end of the gym. Mountain Lake Windom senior wrestlers, managers, and parents report to the north end of the gym where the balloons are.
Thank you, Dirk. As it is senior night, talked about. Big fellas in the center of the mat, sizing each other up here with 1:20 to go in the first. At 285 pounds, JCC is going to get the team victory. Right now leading 38-27. As St. Peter's Ely, though, gets the takedown. Ely leads Kemper Ely. Leads Michael Hansen 3-0. Now Ely with control, looking for that cradle. He's got the left hand underneath the left leg. Trying to get that right arm free. Right now, Hansen's holding that right arm hostage. But Kemper's trying to get to the side. Ely gets that right arm free, but now Hansen is in a little bit better defensive position. Camporeale trying to gain wrist control on that right side, trying to bring that arm back behind Hansen. Hansen gets that arm free. Able to stand to his feet is Hansen, but then thrown down. And they'll get back to the middle as they exited the circle. Big fellas getting after it. 3-0. Camporeale with the lead over Michael Hansen with, that was the end of the second. They didn't exit the circle. That was just the end of the period. So we start the second. Probably did both there, but Camporeale on top, 3-0. On top on the mat as well. It's Hansen. In a tough spot here. Kemper's got that right arm compromised of Hansen. Got the wrist control. Hansen able to get it free. Kemper still on the back. Searching for that right arm again. Trying to pull Hansen into a better spot for Kemper to be able to either go for that cradle or to use that arm. Pause in the action. St. Peter with an illegal move there, it looked like possibly, so they'll reset. Hansen tries to squirm free. Camporeale with great control. He's darn strong to hold him in place like that after Kemper exploded off the mat. Or Hansen exploded off the mat. Michael Hansen trying to get free, getting a little frustrated here as well. 42 seconds to go in the second. 3-0 for Camporeale. Ely still with control of the back. Fighting for the wrist control with 20 seconds to go. Hansen trying to get free. Stands up. Ely still on his back though. Kemper falls backwards. Hansen falls backwards. Ely able to stay in control. .3. Not sure if we were off there for just a couple of minutes as I hit my box here and it made a little bit of a funny noise and kind of disconnected for a second and wasn't able to hear anything and didn't realize that we weren't coming through until I was able to start playing some commercials and then realized I couldn't hear anything. So hopefully we weren't off for too long. If we were, we apologize. But St. Peter got the victory at 285. It was Camporeale getting a win over Michael Hansen, 7-0. So that was the end of the matchup between St. Peter and Jackson County Central. JCC got the win 38-30. And now we're setting up and getting ready for the varsity matchup between JCC and Windom. So that's coming up in a couple of minutes. We still have senior night here and a lot to get to before the start of this one. So we'll take a break. When we return, we will go in depth of that St. Peter and JCC matchup as I once again tried to keep score the best I possibly could. And we'll discuss that matchup before we get into the final one of the night in Windom Mountain Lake and JCC. Hot Country 94.3. The St. Peter Saints get the win over the Windom Mountain Lake Cobras earlier today. So that was a 49-22 win, but then fall to JCC 38-30. Let's head back to the matchup between St. Peter and JCC. Matthias Leopold got the win over Liam Jensen via pin. Cade Eller got the pin at 114 over Elijah Mercado. Iver Munoz got the pin over Logan Ely at 121. And Isaac Rodriguez at 133 lost to Isaiah Hesse with a technical, or got the win over Isaiah Hesse with a technical victory. Desmond Tupper pinned, or took the loss and a pin to Brock Guth. And Dallas Gosson got a loss to Charlie Bourne with a pin. I think so. We're close to there. Brock Guth and Charlie Bourne each won via pin, whoever they wrestled. DeAndre Torres won via technical fall. Ryan Moulter got the pin at 172. And if we move along here, Kyler Anderson won with a major 11-0 at 215 over Ryan Haley. And nope, that's a lie. It wasn't over Ryan Haley because Ryan Haley won via pin. So, and then the final, Kemper Ely got a 7-0 win over Michael Hansen. So, close there for what you needed. But a 38-30 victory for Jackson County Central over St. Peter here on Hot Country 94.3. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll discuss what we've got coming up here on Hot Country 94.3 the next couple of days. And again, we do have Windom Mountain Lake taking on Jackson County Central coming up on the center mat as the lights come off. And we'll have the center light lining us up for this duel between the Huskies and the Cobras on Hot Country 94.3. Hot Country 94.3 KDOM Radio. JCC Huskies and the Mountain Lake area come for you, or the Mountain Lake Windom Cobras getting ready to face off here under the light. One single mat. Should be a fun one as the Huskies and the Cobras meet at middle mat. As coming up the rest of the week here on Hot Country 94.3. Tomorrow night we'll be back here at the Nest for a girl-boy doubleheader between the Windom Eagles and the St. James Saints. Girls will start around 6 o'clock. Boys to follow at about 7:30. As that should be a fun matchup between two teams out of the Big South Conference. And then on Saturday, we've got 3 hockey games. A girls' hockey game at 1 o'clock. I'll be on the call for that one against Prairie Center. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll have Eric Colosi and Justin Espenson calling the game for us for boys' hockey against Fairmont. And then I will be back for the college game, and hopefully Colosi or Justin Espenson will hang around and do some color commentary and talk some hockey with us during the historic event of Dort and Gustavus. We'll be wrestling, or we'll be going at it, as I got a little distracted as Dirk Abraham announced who was wrestling. And I think it's Leopold and Matthias. Yeah, I got to flip to the right spot. Evan Kish. So I think we got Kish and Leopold here at 107. Matthias Leopold pushed him towards the edge here. It's got him in a bit of a cradle, trying to roll him forward. Kish able to get to his stomach. Leopold's got his back. Trying to get free, but now Kish in a tough spot. Leopold has his back once again. Trying to look for the cradle. Got that right arm. Now connects the hand, spins, and got him in that cradle position. On his back, and that is a pin. And a victory for Matthias Leopold via the pin.
Winning at 107 pounds with a pinfall at 1 minute 9 seconds, Matthias Leopold of Jackson County Central.
So
Huskies
Leopold
lead the match 6-0.
Getting the pin. This is where we like it, though, the single match. So Dirk Abraham.
At 114 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Jacob Lopez. For Jackson County Central, Caden Eller.
I was just about to say, didn't have to interrupt me, but that one was on me. I think he said Jacob Lopez at 114. As Lopez in a tough spot here and gets pinned.
Winning at 114 pounds
Eller.
by pinfall in 19 seconds from Jackson County Central, Caden Eller.
So Caden Eller gets the pin to make it 12-0 JCC.
Huskies lead 12-0 in the team score.
So we'll see who we got here in 114 or 121.
Up next, 121 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Matthew Vale. For Jackson County Central, Ever Munoz.
Ever Munoz and Matthew Vale. Quick here. Vale and Munoz. Vale gets to his back. Nice move by Matthew Vale. Gets the 3 points. Vale on his back. Munoz trying to get free. Vale trying to control that right arm. Vale's got that right arm compromise. Munoz able to stand up, and they exit the circle. So they'll head back to the center. Munoz down, Vale on his back. 3-0 for Vale. Munoz trying to stand up, Vale holding him down. And now Vale's got control of that right arm. Trying to drive forward is Matthew Vale. He's got the 3-0 lead here at 121 pounds. With 1 minute to go in the first. 1:05 to be exact. Vale trying to push forward with the underhooks. Now in a great position. Here is Vale. Vale's got the underhooks on the right side. He's got that right arm of Munoz. Now driving forward. Pushing Munoz to that right shoulder. Vale loses that right arm. Still got the left arm. Pinned. As they roll over. Munoz trying to escape, but Vale sticking like glue on the back of Munoz. Driving him down to the mat. Vale gets to the right side. Munoz trying to escape, but Vale's got both arms now pinned. Munoz trying to escape. Back points for Vale. Vale is going to get 2 points for the near fall. He'll lead 9-0, and that's the end of the first. The buzzer sounds. I'll ask Munoz what he wants. He defers. Vale start down. Munoz in the scramble. Vale trying to escape. Just needs to stand up, get free. But gets the reversal. 2 points for Vale. Makes it 10-0. Vale on top again. As they scramble. Vale still on the back of Munoz and gets 2 points. And now an escape for Munoz as he quickly goes after Vale, but Vale ends up with a takedown. And that will be a win by technical fall.
121 pounds,
Vale.
winning by technical fall. Matthew Vale, the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake.
So Matthew Vale
Team
gets
score,
the win.
JCC leads 12-5.
And a 12-5 lead for JCC.
At 127 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Hyatt Hansen. For Jackson County Central, Isaac Rodriguez.
Isaac Rodriguez at 127. Hyatt Hansen for Windom. Rodriguez and Hansen rolling through. Hansen ends up on top. But Rodriguez able to get through, and he will end up with the 3 points for the Huskies. So he's got the back control now. Underhooks on that left arm, trying to pin it to the back of Hansen. Push forward. Hansen trying to spin into Rodriguez. At any moment, Rodriguez can flip. Hansen in some trouble. Rodriguez has the arms, that left arm especially. Compromise, trying to drive forward. Hansen trying to stay on his stomach. Rolls onto the back here. Hansen in big time trouble. Rodriguez gets the pin. Isaac Rodriguez, the winner.
Winning at 127 pounds by pinfall in 1 minute, 8 seconds from Jackson County Central, Isaac Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez wins with the pin. We'll see who comes up next here at 133. JCC leads 18-5.
At
Final matchup of the night.
133 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake will be Dagan Hansen. And for Jackson County Central, Gio Munoz.
So Dagan Hansen at 133. And Gio Munoz for JCC for Mountain Lake. Windom Mountain Lake, Dagan Hansen. Hand fight in the middle, now separate. Went back together here. Hansen thought about the shot. Fighting for wrist control. Dagan shoots for the single, not able to get there. Rips down. Munoz under Hansen here. They stand back up, separate. Dagan shoots for the single. He's got the one leg and able to get the takedown. Will he get three? He will. 3 points for Dagan Hansen. He leads 3-0 here at 133 pounds. They fight for wrist control. Munoz stands up, trying to break the wrist. Spinning him back down as Dagan Hansen over at the edge of the circle. As Hansen is pulled out, so they'll have to reset. 3-0. Dagan with the lead. 18-5. Munoz stands. Dagan Hansen brings him back down. Stands back up, does Munoz. Trying to break the hands, he does. As Munoz, Hansen shoots for the single leg. It's got the leg, but Munoz ends up on top, and that will be the end of the first. So Hansen gets the decision after the defer, and he'll go down. 18-5 team score, 3-1. Dagan Hansen leads over Gio Munoz. Munoz trying to keep Hansen down here. Hansen trying to escape. Munoz driving him into the mat. Dagan Hansen still trying to get up here. Munoz doing a good job of keeping him down on the mat. Hansen almost free. Munoz drags him back down. 1:30 to go here in the second. Munoz has control, but not scoring any points. Hansen still leads 3-1. Dagan Hansen stands up, trying to break the wrists of Munoz. Munoz trips him back down. Hansen stands up, spins around, looking for the reversal, and he gets it. A reversal for Dagan Hansen puts him up 5-1. Maybe 6-1. Scoreboard says 6-1. I think it should be 5-1 with the reversal, not a takedown. Could be wrong. Hansen. With control of Munoz here. Dagan looking to control that left arm of Munoz. Now trying for the right arm, trying to get that cradle. 13 seconds to go. 6-1 right now on the scoreboard for Dagan Hansen. 5 seconds. Hansen gets control of that left arm, but it's going to be too late. Not enough time to work with there, but Dagan Hansen with a 6-1 lead at 133 pounds over Gio Munoz. And they'll start both face to face. Munoz needs to score some points here in the third. Hansen shoots for the double leg. Does not get it. Nice sprawl from Munoz. And now he'll try to spin to the back of Dagan. And 3 points going to be awarded to Munoz. And now a reversal for Dagan. So I think we've got 8-4. That's what it looks like. It's going to be Hansen with the lead with 1:10 to go. Up 8-4 with 1:33 to go. Munoz trying to escape. As now, possible pin situation here for Dagan Hansen as Munoz was doing his best to get free. Dagan Hansen ends up with the pin for
at 133
the Cobras.
pounds, winning by pinfall in 5 minutes 3 seconds of the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Dagan Hansen.
Dagan Hansen with the pin for the Cobras. And it's 18-11. JCC still leads, but the Cobras back in it.
Up next, 139 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Elliot Zayavong. And for Jackson County Central, Dallas Gosson.
So Dallas Gosson at 139, and Zayavong for the Cobras. It's Gosson on the back of Zayavong here. Zayavong trying to get free as they inch close to the edge of the circle. Gosson trying to keep that right foot in. Again, new rules, only need 1 point of pressure inside the circle. It's no longer 2. Gosson still in control on the back of Zayavong here on the edge of the circle. Looking for that wrist control. Pulls him closer there. 18-11 team score. Minute to go here in the first. 3-0 for Gosson over Zayavong here at 139 pounds. The final matchup of the night, JCC, Windom Mountain Lake. JCC 1-0 on the day. The Cobras 0-1. The Cobras lost to St. Peter 49-22, and JCC beat St. Peter. .24 seconds to go. On top is Gosson. Face down is Zayavong. Gosson trying to push here with 6 seconds to go. 18-11. Headed to the second. Trying to figure out the stream here on the Mass Media Crew YouTube page. 18-11. As Gosson and Zayavong battling here. 4-0. Now 7-0 for Gosson over Zayavong. Now Zayavong in some big trouble. Gosson looking for the pin. Zayavong going to get pinned. As it'll be
at 139 pounds,
there.
winning by pinfall in
And
2 minutes,
a win for
44
the pinfall
seconds, Dallas Gosson of Jackson County
Gosson.
Central.
for JCC. Increases their lead 24-11. We'll take a quick break here on Hot Country 94.3 and continue with more high school wrestling.
Up next, 145 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Cameron Corner.
There for Corner. Corner on the back now of Fricky. 5-0. Corner with the lead over Fricky. Here at 145 pounds and a 24-11 JCC lead. Cameron Corner, Ryan Fricky in a stalemate here. They both weren't going anywhere. So Fricky will have to go down. Corner on his back. So a quick start there for Fricky. So it's blown dead. Now Fricky stands up and thrown back down by Corner. And we got a quick time here as the shot clock was brought out, was knocked loose. So it'll come back here shortly. There it is. 56 seconds. So they'll restart here. Corner on top of Fricky. Fricky trying to reverse it. It's going to be close. Corner trying to get around here. Still in control is Fricky, though. They're swinging around. Corner ends up on top. Negates the two for the reversal for Fricky. It stays 5-0 with 35 seconds to go in the second. Cameron Corner on top of Fricky here. Up 5-0 and flatten him out on the mat. Fricky trying to get underneath that right arm. Push Fricky to his left. Trying to get that pin. Now trying to gain control of the other arm. It's Corner. Doing some work on top here is Corner. And that's the end of the second. Here at 100 and I believe 145. Scoreboard switch. It went back to 107, but I believe we're at 105 or 145. And one escape given as Corner wanted to go face to face. So it is 5-1. Corner shoots, Fricky drops. Corner's got the right leg, and he'll get the takedown. And now, searching for a pin here is Corner. Cameron Corner. Fricky. Battle again, another escape for Fricky. As they come together again, center of the mat, 8-2. Corner and Fricky here at 145. Cameron Corner shoots for the single leg. He's got it. He's got the left leg of Fricky, searching for the other leg, able to sprawl out a bit. Here is Fricky. Corner trying to drive through. Still has that left leg compromised. And now it's got it around the neck as well. And now shooting for the double leg, picking him up, taking him to the side and dumping him down. There was Corner, and he gets 3 points for the takedown. 24-11 team score for JCC, but an 11-2 lead here in the third at 145 for Cameron Corner. And with 15 seconds, corner on the back of Fricky. 5 seconds. Corner is going to get the win. 11-2. Here at 145.
At 145 pounds, winning a major decision for the Cobras.
Major decision for Cameron Corner. As we move to 152, I believe. So we did unplug Dirk Abraham there for the break.
For the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Waylon Winters. And for the Huskies of Jackson County Central, Ben Dolene.
So Ben Dolene and Waylon Winters. Not sure where Waylon's at. On the score sheet. There he is, Waylon Winters. And Ben Dolene. Dolene shoots. Will get the takedown on Winters. Dolene fighting for that wrist control on that left wrist. Trying to get that left hand back and behind the back of Winters. Now Wahlene looking for the underhook. Ben Dolene going to work on the back here of Winters towards the edge of the circle. Dolene fighting here for some wrist control. Trying to go for the cradle here right now is Dolene. He pushes down on Winters, trying to get away. You're on the edge with 37 seconds to go. Ben Dolene in control here at 152. Winters trying to get up. Dolene rolling over. Winters back to his stomach. Dolene, though, does have that left arm compromised with 13 seconds to go of Winters. Winters gets the arm free. Dolene going to work here. 6-1 at the end of one. Dolene with the lead. Winters will defer and will stand. At 152, Dolene with the underhook, ripping down, trying to get behind Winters. And he does for the 3 points. Dolene going to work once again. It looks like he's got the cradle. Dolene with Winters, rolls him over, looking for a pin. Winters trying to get out of it, he does. 3 points though for Dolene again, up 13-1. Could let him free, get a couple more points with another takedown and finish this one up. Dolene looking for a pin. Brings Winters back close to him, looking for another cradle. Dolene pushing with his head on the side of Winters. Winters able to get free of it. And Dolene is going to let him free. Dolene shooting down, dropping down though is Winters. And 3 more points for Ben Dolene. Makes it 16-2. So Dolene will let him up again. Shoots for the double, gets the double leg takedown. That'll be 3 points and a technical fall by Ben Dolene. Wins it for JCC.
At 152 pounds, winning by technical fall from Jackson County Central, Ben Dolene.
Ben Dolene gets the win. at 152.
Up next, 160 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Damian Davison. And for Jackson County Central, Cale Entricken.
At a 160 there, you heard it. Cale Entricken and Damian Davison. There's Cale pushing out, and there's a whistle. So go back to the center. Hand fighting here. Entricken shoots for the single leg, gets it, and gets the takedown for 3 points. 3-0 for Entricken. Now he's looking for the cradle. Gets that left arm pinned behind the back of Davison. But he's on the side, so can't pin it with his chest. Trying to grab it with the other hand on the other side. Davison gets that hand free. Trying to scoot away as Davison trying to stand up, trying to get an escape. Entricken, though, able to gain more control. Entricken now has full control of the back of Davison, who's spread out, face down on the mat. 3-0 for Entricken. 56 seconds to go here in the first. 29-15, JCC leads in the team scoring. Here at 160, Entricken leads Damian Davison. Now Entricken trying to control that arm. He's got that left arm behind the back for Davison. And he's on that correct side. He's just got to push forward. Davison, but Davison able to get free for a moment. Able to get that arm free. And now they're face to face. Davison trying to stand up. Got to stand up if you're Davison. Backing up. Pushing forward is Entricken. Davison doing his best. Trying to get that head free so he can stand up. Entricken trying to grab a leg to get back into back control. Does have that left leg and now able to get behind Davison. And that's the end of the first here at 160. So a nice scrap there. Davison will choose to go down, but we've got a blood timeout here for Davison. He's got that bloody nose. 29-15 team score at 160 pounds. Entricken with the lead over Davison. Blood timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. Be back on KDOM. Hot Country 94.3, KDOM Radio again. We'll be back tomorrow night here at the Nest for some basketball action. I promise I know a little bit more about basketball than I do wrestling. We've had some fun here, though, at the Nest, calling some wrestling as the Windom Cobra is finishing things off here against the JCC Huskies. And it's triangular tonight. Hopefully this coverage has been sufficient. At the very least, letting you know who's coming out on top, if you've been wondering, as it is a 29-15 lead for JCC. 3-1, though, here at 160 for Entricken over Davison as they push towards the outside ring. Get back into the center. Davison trying to get behind Entricken, but he's able to shut it down. As they rip down, shooting for the single leg as Davison. Sprawling out is Entricken. And now Entricken has the hold, and they'll push around in a circle once again as Davison backing up. Entricken pushing forward. Entricken gets the 3 points for the takedown. As they spin down. Davison trying to get free. Trying to get that right arm free is Davison. If he does, he could get a reversal. But he can't. Entrekin gets back to his back. And it's still 6-1 for Entrekin at 160 pounds with 49 seconds to go in the second. Still on the back of Davison. Davison sitting position. Now we'll go back to his knees. Entrekin looking for the cradle again. That right arm in between the legs of Davison. Davison trying to stand up. Push back down into the mat. (29-15) team score, 6-1 here at 160 pounds for Entrekin over Davison. We wind down final few seconds of the second period. And that is the end of the second. 6-1 lead for Cale Entrekin at 160 pounds. Cale will go down, Davison on his back. Entrekin trying to stand up, Davison holding him down. Gets the feet in there, Entrekin trying to wrap up. Davison, Entrekin battling here, and a chance for a reversal for Entrekin, and he gets it. 2 points for the reverse. And he lets him free. So Damian Davison has work to do. Trailing 8-2. Cale Entrekin. As they wrap up here. Shooting for the single leg was Davison. But Entrekin again stuffs it. And here we go back in circles again until Entrekin can get that left hand on the left or the right leg, and he does. That's going to be 3 points for Entrekin. (11-2) here on 160. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Davison trying to roll out of it, but Entrekin is still there. Constantly on him. Davison trying to roll out of it again, but Entrekin all over it. Not letting him get free. And stoppage here. Davison will head back to the middle. Entrekin sends him down to the mat. 29-15. Davison rolls through, but Entrekin rolls with him. And now in a better position for a pin is Entrekin with 7 seconds to go. Not going to have enough time, I don't think, to finish it. He isn't, but good showing by Cale Entrekin, and he gets the victory 11-2 here at 160.
At 160 pounds, winning by a major decision for Jackson County Central, Cale Entrekin.
So now we'll move along as JCC leads 33-15 in the team standings. Looks like Guire will come up for the Cobras.
Next up, 172 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Damian Aguirre. And for Jackson County Central, Carson Colander.
So Aguirre and Colander at 172. Aguirre and Colander forehead to forehead here. Hand fighting. Looking for position. He's the first one to make the big move. It's Colander. It's a little closer. Still here in the center. Rips through. More hand fighting. Shooting for the double leg there is Colander. And he gets it for the takedown. 3 points for Carson Colander. Now Aguirre is in a tough spot. Colander trying to wrestle him to his back. Try to get that pin attempt. He's got the left arm of Aguirre, who gets up. But now Colander pushing forward. He's got the left arm of Aguirre. Colander trying to push forward, pull that left arm underneath Aguirre towards him to finish him off for the pin. As he's on the right side of Aguirre, pulling that left arm towards him underneath his body. Trying to push him forward and get the pin, but Aguirre able to escape, trying to get that foot free. If he does, it'll be an escape or a reversal. As he gets free and stays in, that's going to be an escape for Aguirre. And they'll be face-to-face in the middle of the ring once again, in the middle of the mat. Fighting for wrist control. 3-1. Colander with the lead over Aguirre. Still hand fighting here. And that will be the end of the first. Here at 172. 33-15 team score. 3-1. Carson Colander on top of Damian Aguirre. Aguirre tries to stand. Taken right back down by Colander. Standing up is Aguirre, trying to escape, and he does. Nice job by Aguirre, makes it 3-2 for Damian Aguirre. Trailing by 1 to Carson Colander here at 172 pounds. Minute 38 to go here in the second. Hand fighting again. Standing up, they separate. Shooting for the double leg, and getting it is Carson Colander. As he looks, trying to work for a pin again here on Aguirre. Aguirre rolls through, dangerous there, but able to get back to his stomach. Now Aguirre with a little, Colander with a little better position here on the side. Pushing forward, he's got that left arm again of Aguirre. Trying to pull it towards him even more, force Aguirre to go to his back. He lost the arm. So now on his back is Colander. 47 seconds to go. Here in the second, Aguirre stands, tries to explode out, but Colander right there, pushing him back down to the mat. Standing back up as Aguirre and escapes. 6-2. Ripping down is Aguirre. Colander shoots for the double leg. Sprawling out is Aguirre. Colander unsuccessful on the takedown. They separate again. Coming together, clinching again. Aguirre and Colander. Pretty close battle here. 6-3. 4 seconds to go in the second. Looks like they're content here to take it to the third. (33-15). Aguirre trying to hold down Colander, but he stands, rips his hands free, and escapes to make it 7-3. Minute 45 to go in the matchup here at 172. Carson Colander with the lead, 7-3 over Damian Aguirre. Together again at the middle of the mat. Still separate. Faking his shot there was Colander. They separate again. With a minute 10 to go, shooting for the double leg is Colander and gets the takedown again on Aguirre. That should seal it here. It's a 10-3 lead. Colander Being yelled at to let him up. Did not hear him. 53 seconds, and he lets him go now. 10-4. Colander with the lead. 45 seconds to go. Here at 172. McGuire and Colander face to face with 30 seconds to go. 10-3 lead for Carson Colander. 10-4 lead for Carson Colander as he shoots for the double leg again. Does not get it. Nice sprawl by Aguirre. Now Aguirre needs to do something here. Searching for that left leg. Not going to find it. Colander gets away. 13 seconds. Aguirre needs a miracle. Here at 172. Colander and Aguirre are going to finish the center of the mat. 10-4 win.
At 172 pounds, winning by decision, Jackson County Central, Carson Colander.
A 10-4 win for Carson Colander. I think we got Haley coming
Next
up
up,
for JCC.
189 pounds for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Sam Hernandez. For Jackson County Central, Ryan Haley.
So Hernandez and Haley here at 189. That's a clinch up. Haley rips away. Haley fakes shoot, as does Hernandez. Hernandez fakes low, goes high. They clinch up top. Spin around a second. Now Haley trying to rip down. Hernandez shoots for the legs. Haley's there trying to spin around and get to the back. Get those 3 points. Not able to do so, though, as of yet. Hernandez trying to get free from the grip of Haley. Hernandez on all fours. Spinning around, though, is Haley, and he'll get the back. But standing up is Hernandez, but swinging down and getting the 3 points was Haley. Hernandez trying to get back to his feet. Slowly but surely working his way up. And able to get a free to make it 3-1. Haley and Hernandez. Hand fighting once again. Both standing face to face. Haley charges forward and they end up outside the circle. So they restart here with 29 seconds to go in the first at 189. Pushing forward and a nice hip throw there. And Hernandez has an opportunity for a pin. Sam Hernandez, what a move. 14 seconds to go and gets the pin. What a
At
move
189
for Hernandez.
pounds, winning by pinfall in 1 minute 48 seconds from the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Sam Hernandez.
A nice move by Sam Hernandez. A little hip throw there for the senior. And gets the pin for the Cobras.
Up next,
Haley
215
was
pounds
pushing
for the
forwards.
Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Grayson Hanson. For Jackson County Central, Carson Jansen.
So Hanson and Jansen. Grayson Hanson, Carson Jansen. As they battle here at 215. Hanson is the Cobra. Jansen is the Husky. As they hand fight here in the middle again, shooting for the single leg. It's Hanson and gets the trip and the takedown for the Cobras. Grayson Hanson, another senior. getting the 3 points. Make it 36-21, JCC with the lead. Gonna win on the team standings, but the Cobras trying to finish strong. Hansen trying to get that left arm of Jansen behind his back. He's got the right leg as well. Jansen just trying to get free. Still fighting here on the edge of the circle. Trying to get outside the circle, they do. So I'll go back to the center. Jansen will be down, Hansen on his back. 3-0. Jansen trying to get free. Hansen pushes him back down towards the net. 13 seconds to go here in the first. That will be the end of the first period. 3-0. Hansen with the lead over Jansen at 2:15. It's Grayson Hansen and Carson Jansen. So Hansen back of Jansen to start. Jansen tries to stand, shoved back down to the mat. And now Hansen looking for a pin. Getting some back points here. Near fall. Bridging there is Jansen. Pushing backwards. And in a tough spot, there was Jansen. As they'll reset here in the center. Dangerous spot there for Jansen, so it was called, and Hansen will be on his back here to start. Jansen stands up. And Hansen trying to pick him up, but he'll escape. 7-1. Hansen with the lead. They're clinched here towards the edge of the circle. Hansen rips free. Jansen marches forward. A minute 14 to go in the second. 7-1. Grayson Hansen with the lead over Carson Jansen. As getting another takedown was Hansen. 50 seconds to go. In the second, Hansen now in control again of Jansen on the mat. 10-1. Hansen with the lead. Hansen driving forward. A senior on senior night. Good showing from the seniors so far. Sam Hernandez with a beautiful throw. And a pin. And now Hansen with a 10-1 lead. And that will be the end of the second. So the third is underway. 2:15, 10-1. Hansen with the lead over Jansen. It's Grayson Hansen and Carson Jansen. Carson just a sophomore. But trailing here 10-1. Grayson's got that left wrist. Carson with his right hand behind the head of Grayson. Still hand fighting here. Towards the edge of the mat now, with 1:20 to go in the third. Barring a pin from Jansen, looks like this one is going to go to Hansen as they get pushed towards the edge of the circle and out. We sent back to the middle. And we'll be standing. Hansen goes for the right leg. He's got it again, and now we'll look for the trip again. And we'll get it. Hansen with 3 points. Been the move of the match for Grayson Hansen. Shoot for that single leg, pull that single leg up to you, relax for a moment, and sweep that leg out from underneath Jansen. Get him down for the takedown with 40 seconds to go here in the third. Hansen leads 13-1. Grayson Hansen on senior night going to get a big win here at 2:15. 28 seconds to go. Barring a pin here from Jansen. 15 seconds. Hansen on the back of Jansen. Swinging around here, getting some back points, 3 points. And that will be the end of it with a tech fall. With a couple back points.
At 215 pounds, winning by technical fall for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Grayson Hansen.
So now.
And we come to the heavyweight matchup for the Cobras of Windom Mountain Lake, Malachi Tarkong. For Jackson County Central, Michael Hansen.
So Michael Hansen and Malachi Tarkong at heavyweight. Hansen and Tarkong back to their hands and knees. Tarkong trying to get around Hansen, trying to rip through. He's got that right leg for a moment, but now getting the back and 3 points is Hansen. Tarkong able to escape. And now they're back face to face. 3-1 though for Hansen. Here at 285. Tarkong shoots for the leg. Hansen gets his back. Tarkong still has that right leg. Now lets it free, and it's going to be 3 more points for Hansen. Hansen trying to roll Tarkong onto his back. Using that left arm, shove the forehead into the mat. Trying to grab those wrists, pull him towards him. Hansen gets over to the right side, pulling that right arm to him. He does. He's got that right arm of Tarkong. Puts it in between his stomach and the back of Tarkong. Now he's going to try to either push or pull Tarkong one side or the other. Usually you try to pull him towards that arm that's compromised. He's going to pin it between his back and his stomach. Now he's got the other arm, so now he'll pull him towards him. Well, Hansen, and now lets it free and just gets to his back with 15 seconds to go here in the first. 6-1 Hansen over Tarkong. Heavyweight spot. A 36-26 lead for JCC. Huskies are going to get the team win here tonight. So they'll go face to face here. Tarkong and Hansen. As Tarkong trying to rip through, was looking for that single leg, couldn't find it. Hansen able to back free. Now Tarkong shoots for the single leg, but now is caught in a tough spot. Hansen has got sort of a crucifix style hold. And now he flips through, and now Tarkong is in big trouble. Hansen looking for a pin. And he is going to get it. Hansen gets the pin. And
At
gets the
heavyweight,
victory at heavyweight.
winning the match by pinfall in 2 minutes 35 seconds from Jackson County Central, Michael Hansen. Final team score JCC 42, Cobras 26. If all the wrestlers from the Cobras and Jackson County Central could come out onto the mat, I believe they would like to take a picture to commemorate tonight's Takedown Cancer event. So again, if all the wrestlers could meet on the mat, I believe they'd like to take a picture.
All right, thank you very much, Dirk Abraham, for helping us out throughout the matchup as a long day of wrestling here in Windom. We'll quickly go over here that last matchup as Matthias Leopold won via pin, Caden Elder via pin. We had a tech fall for Matthew Vale. Isaac Rodriguez won via pin. Not sure where we're at. Dagan Hansen did win via pin. Cameron Corner won 11-2. Ben Darlene got a technical win. Cale Entrican got the win at 160. Carson Colander, 10-4 decision at 172. Sam Hernandez won via pin with a nice move at 189. Grayson Hansen got the tech fall at 215, and then at heavyweight, Malachi Tarkong was pinned by Michael Hansen. And that pretty much wraps it up here at the Nest. Final score of the matchups. St. Peter took down Mountain Lake Windom 49-22. And then the JCC Huskies took down St. Peter 38-30. And then a 42-26 win for JCC over the Windom Cobras. A lot going on here at the Nest. Still taking a picture for the Takedown Cancer Night. So we will finish things up here as we've got basketball tomorrow night here on Hot Country 94.3. St. James and Windom, a girl-boy doubleheader. And that will wrap it up for us here tonight. Windom, Mountain Lake Cobras do fall 0-2 tonight in the triangular, but lots of season left for the Cobras. Thank you for joining us. You've been listening to Cobra Wrestling on Hot Country 94.3.